Hey folks, how you doing? Well, I see a few of you have enjoyed the video of my band RAF. I'm really glad that Chad, who plays in Hand Painted Police Car, videotaped. We played two new songs at Skate Fest a couple of weekends ago. Was it last? It was last weekend. Yeah, last weekend time. And so I was able to post it, and I appreciate the response, as you folks can see. I'm a musician. I know how to play. I'm primarily known as a bass player, although I play, guitar, bass, keyboards, etc. And RAF is only one of several bands that I'm in. RAF has been around since the 80s. We put out one cassette, These Days of Tears, which we're in negotiations for this to be released on vinyl, okay? But like I said, we're in negotiations because we'll see what happens, okay? But I love playing music, and it is one of the most important things in life to me. I don't know how to read music. I've always, had a tough time with it, but I can play by ear. And I love playing and listening, and it's just one of the most important things in life besides love and friendship. And it's the thing that sustains me these days. I really am a news junkie. But the news is horrible. What's going on in the world is just so out of control. And so the one thing that I can do that makes sense is to just keep it simple, play music. Haven't bought any records, none to tell you about. People have wanted me to talk about Radiohead, but I can't talk about it because I don't own it. I've heard it, but I don't own it. And so I haven't had an experience with the new Radiohead like you do when you buy a record. I know I think it's good. And thinking about the new Radiohead prompted me to pull this out and play this, Tom York's The Eraser, which was released 10 years ago in 2006. Doesn't seem like that long. It was that long ago, and yet it was 10 years ago. Personally, I think this album sounds better now. I liked it when it first came out. It's spare and electronic, and it's great Tom York music. I think it's great. It's one of the last things I played. Don't have any new records to show you. I'll just show you the last thing that I played besides Tom York, which was young Lester Young, some old jazz. Lester Young was a horn player that my dad admired and learned from. And so consequently, when I hear certain signature phrases of Lester Young's, I always know it's him. This album is interesting in that it's made with several of these recordings are with an organist, Glenn Hardman and his Hammond 5. All of side 2 is with this organ group, that's the side I listen to. And so it's kind of funny. It almost sounds like one of those old-time organs you'd hear at a baseball park, matched up with jazz, a jazz group. Interesting is the best way I can put it. Besides that, the only other thing that I can show you is, I think I showed this to you. Yeah, I did. But I listened to it again, which is The Desert Shore. There's Nothing to See. Throbbing Gristle. The last thing they did without Genesis P. Orridge, completing a project that Peter Christopherson had started, where he wanted to do all the songs on Nico's Desert Shore album. I am not exactly sure. I forget why Genesis didn't participate, but I think it's a gorgeous album. It's beautiful, which is not something you would tend to say about industrial music or the music of Throbbing Gristle. But this album, which includes folks like Anthony and Blixa Bargeld from Einstürzende Neubauten on vocals is really, really good. Really, really good. I just wanted to stop in and say hello. I don't have much on my mind today, except I have a lot of music going on. This week I've already played 2 shows. Tuesday I played with a woman named Anna McClellan. I'm in her band now. Thursday night, Chemicals opened for Stu Ham, the virtuoso bass player who has played with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai. It was a poorly attended show, but Chemicals played well. It was nice to meet Stu, observe him playing, which was basically like taking a lesson for free. The man has bass skills for days, and just watching him play, I picked up on a couple of things that I don't know that I'll use, but it's like, oh, so that's how you do it. Chemicals played really well. I have a show tonight with another band I'm in, Sun Ambulance. I've shown the band before, but I'll show again. Sun Ambulance is a band on the Saddle Creek Records label. Joe Knapp, who's the leader of Sun Ambulance, was originally in the band Bright Eyes, which for a time in the 90s was a real hot topic here in Nebraska. But Sun Ambulance. This is the album that I'm on. The last album that Sun Ambulance made, which is their best. Someone else's Deja Vu. We'll be playing some tunes off of this, some earlier stuff. And then my other band, Scudder, well, I'm in a couple other bands. My other band, Scudder, we play a lot of covers, and that's my best paying gig. When I play, Scudder gets paid the most, which is how I'm living, literally. I'm living off of these gigs in my part-time job. But we play tomorrow outside at a Surfside club. So I've been really busy playing mostly, and also got hired by a psychologist who is recording a new record and wanted really good bass parts. I actually meet with them here after I make the video. And that's an interesting endeavor because I'm playing the blues with them, and anyone that knows me knows that I don't particularly care for the blues. And it's rather interesting though, because these guys are playing the blues. They play it with no feeling. So interesting, they want to play the blues, but it doesn't have any feeling. So we got to get some feeling into these tunes that I'm playing with these guys. That's what I'm endeavoring to do today, is to meet with them. And like I said, it's a paid job. It is a job, but I care about music, so I want it to sound good. And so that's what I'll be focusing on, is helping this situation become good. No, I really haven't been playing many records. I watch a bit of video. I always keep up with Brooklyn Vegan, Stereo Gum, Wire, Pitchfork, Fact Magazine. What's that other one? A friend of mine writes for it. But I try to keep up with what's going on in music, popular music and elsewhere. And I haven't heard anything worth mentioning. Not that there isn't anything worth mentioning, but nothing comes to mind worth mentioning. I will say this, the picture of me playing with RAF, those are my brothers. Been playing with those guys. The guitar player to my right in the video, and the drummer, we've been together for 30 years. The singer and the other guitar player with the ball cap on, they were fans. Literally, they were kids. When I started in RAF, I was older than them. They were all teens. Long story. But in the 80s, we were at the center of the hardcore scene here in Nebraska, one of the best lauded bands. And so Kelly and Dan, who are now in RAF, the singer and second guitar player, were kids who really, quite honestly, worshipped the band, and now they're in it with us. We're slowly but surely getting together a new record, as well as like I said, we've been approached by a local company that wants to release this on vinyl. It is going to happen, but there's some business stuff involved that has to be done right, so that we can do it. But it's going to happen. I see that my phone is starting to blow up. I don't really have much else to say. It's going to be a repeat of what I've been saying, which is I myself am dedicated to being peaceful, loving, and positive, and not giving in to the forces that seem to want to create a civil war in America, whites against blacks, or police against the citizenry. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. This is what I've been observing since my childhood. So it's not about conspiracy, it's about what's going on. And so that continues to be a concern to me. Putting out positive vibrations, being friendly to everyone, sending a message that the family of man is one, and just trying to keep it simple. And I am kind of repeating myself because right now I don't have anything else to say. I just want life to be good. And so I'm trying to do what I can for life to be good. Okay, I'll be back, I think.